All right, what is up, Reactorites? John here, and Altered Carbon Season 2 is coming out on Netflix this Friday, and I was able to check out I wouldn't say the first 8 episodes. I checked out all 8 episodes of the season, and to be honest with you, I enjoyed this a lot more than I did the first season. And this is the new actors playing. Anthony Mackie's playing Takeshi Kovacs, and the story, the pacing. I just felt like everything was just improved upon from what they've done from the previous season. So it's kind of like it's like a learning lesson for them. Like, what did people dislike about it, and how do we add more of what the people love? And one of the things that people really love is the fan favorite character, Poe. But before we get into all that, second season, Anthony Mackie as Takeshi. So here he's still looking for Quell, and he's in the planet where there's like a new threat. What is this threat? There's like angel fire, and whoever controls it can rule the land, can rule the world, the planet. And after finding, in this, you get to see Quell. She makes an appearance, but then you're like, what's going on? What's happening to her? Because she's kind of crazy. She's like a killing machine. And now Takeshi Kovacs is trying to figure things out, like what's happened. But yeah, with the pacing, I think is a lot better. And I think part of that helps with the pacing is that the episode is now 8 episodes instead of the 10 episodes for the first season. And so you can just put in a lot of action, a lot of story, everything just moving along, like just at a really good pace, especially with 8 episodes. So there aren't certain things where you have to extend things. And also like the actor, like I think the performances are a lot better in this season compared to the previous one, because there are a few characters or a lot of characters where the performance wasn't like up to snuff. And I was kind of like, some of the acting could be better. And here, one of the actors in it, Anthony Mackie, yeah, I like him as Takeshi, and he was able to bring in more emotion and just really make you fall for the character and just feel for the character and his journey of looking for his lost love. Right off the bat when watching this, the thing that I really enjoyed, when you're watching a show and there's like that one annoying character, it really doesn't make you want to continue watching the show. And with the first season, the character, I know there were fans of it, but for me personally, I did not care for Ortega. Every time she's on the screen, I'm like, oh my God, put me out of my misery because of just the dialogue, the acting, the performance. I just want her out of the picture and just focus on the story of Takeshi. It kind of reminds me of the character from Punisher, the agent that's trying to track down the Punisher. I'm like, okay, just get out, stop bugging me, get out of my way, just let me do my thing. And here with season 2, there's Ortega. She's barely in it. So I'm happy for that. And yeah, let's talk about Poe. Poe was my favorite character in the first season, and I was sad that he met his end at the end because they have this thing that destroys AI. But he's back, and this time he gets more screen time. And they don't really explain how he returns, but it's kind of like you kind of figure things out when you're watching it, especially with him traveling with Takeshi. And with him traveling with him, he starts to, Takeshi, you can see like, oh, he brought him back somehow. He's putting him back together, but he's not all there. So he's very glitchy. And this really touches on what it's like to be an AI when you're glitching. Do you want to try to fix yourself? And it really touches on Poe's humanity, because now he's more human than ever. I think he's like the most human out of all the human characters. I've grown to really love this character, and just I want to root for him. Like, oh no, please have him be intact. And like a part of it is like, if you played Halo, I think part 4 with Cortana, this kind of reminds me of that, with the glitch and the AI just acting all wonky. And I think for me, like, that's my favorite part of Halo, is the the relationship aspect with Master Chief and Cortana. So with this one, you got the relationship between Poe and Takeshi. And, in the first season, and almost like in the first half of this season, the second season, Takeshi's kind of a dick towards Poe. But then there's like an arc with their relationship. You start to see the bond. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like, you really see the growth between these two characters. And I think fans of Poe, they're really going to enjoy season 2 a lot. And another thing that I really love about this season, more so than the first season, was the story, because this one it gets right to the point of, Anthony Mackie as Takeshi, just looking for a quell. Like, this is who I loved. This is why I joined this person and their rebellion. And this is a lot more engaging than the story in the first season, where most of the story in the first season is just, you know what? I need to get out. I need to be free because I'm trapped trying to serve this person, this meth, who controls me, and he's always wanting updates. So here with season 2, Takeshi he's his own man now, and now the story can start moving forward, and he's able to have more of a control with his actions, and that just keeps the story flowing, and that's what I liked about this season 2. And then with Altered Carbon, it's cyberpunk, and in the first season you got a lot of violence, and there's a lot of nudity, a lot of sex, and with this one there's still sex. There's still a lot of gory violence, but then the nudity, it has been toned down because, they're in a different area. The first season, they have like their version of the red light district. Altered Carbon season 2, I think with the pacing, it being 8 episodes and a lot of bringing in new actors really, I think the performance has really catapulted the season 2 into a higher level. And just the story, just more engaging. It's like a simple story, so you're just going through it. There's still mystery, especially with why Quell is acting the way she is, because she is in this, and he finally gets to meet her, but something's off. What's going on? And especially with Poe, fan favorite Poe, he's returning. He has more screen time, and some of the dialogue I think is like way better than the first season. So I really enjoyed this, and I think, if you're a fan of the first one, you're really going to enjoy the second season. And, I can't wait for the third season if it happens, if it has a lot of viewers, because every season you can have new actors. Let's say if certain things you want to just make things fresh again, especially with people with sleeves, just bring in a new actor. So yeah, those are my thoughts for Altered Carbon season 2. Let me know what you thought about the episode, once it comes out on Netflix, on the comments below. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.